What a weird, chaotic elimination game 4 of Real Madrid Olympiacos series, huh?
Oh yeah, extremely weird fourth quarter, roller coaster. I thought the game was over already. And probably a lot of Olympiacos fans think, why just this team can't win easier, without having so much drama in the end.
Did you get any DMs? What did you guess before the series about the final result? 3-1 or 3-2?
3-2.
I also had 3-2, and I thought now these guys maybe are seeing our point, because I saw a lot of guys who were commenting like 3-0, Olympiacos 3-0. And they always ridicule us for any bad prediction, like your Paris one, for example. But we never tell you guys, hey, what was that 3-0 about? Real almost won that game 4. Could have been game 5.
Almost don't count, Gytis.
Yeah,
almost don't count.
But it was close. 86-84. Real had all the chances, especially at the very end with a semi-open, or you could say open shot by Balde that didn't go in. But I feel like we need to unpack the whole 6 minutes, about 6 minutes of that game. In those 6 minutes, the only made shot from Olympiacos was that super crazy Sasha Vezenkov three-pointer from like 9 meters at the end of the shot clock. And before that, there was a whole sequence of things we need to break down as well.
Yeah.
Because at one point, Olympiacos had 15-point lead, I believe.
67-82.
Yeah. So 15-point lead. It seems like, okay, the game is over. But then Real starts getting stops. Olympiacos' offense just got stuck, I feel like. I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, they're just sometimes, when their main set, the one you noted, doesn't work, sometimes I feel like they're just lacking a guy who can create a shot himself. And they have Fournier for that, but that's not enough. I feel like they're lacking some guard who could do that, because a lot of possessions just ended with last second shots that weren't really good looks. Some good looks they missed themselves, but the point was that Real got stops. The aggressive defense was working. They had a few fouls to give, so they started full court pressing, actually. Remember that turnover?
Two turnovers.
Yeah, there were two turnovers in total. And they got back into the game. It was a 4-point game. And I want to talk about this foul on Tavares, the 5th foul. Sasha Vezenkov is backing up, going back on defense. And Tavares sets his feet, stands pretty tall and is not moving. And Vezenkov runs into him. Offensive foul. What do you think about that?
I think that it was only one of multiple whistles throughout the game that were kind of questionable. And most of those went into Olympiacos' favor. And, this has been a theme throughout the series. I mean, looking from our side, like honestly, sincerely, game 2, there were a lot of calls in the second quarter where Madrid tried to break the game away in the second quarter. So many free throws for Olympiacos there in Piraeus. Now in game 4, again, it started in the second quarter. So many free throws once again when Real Madrid tries to get a solid advantage, like more than 10 points. They were trying to run away with the game. They could not do that. And, I was thinking EuroLeague, what are these whistles? Like in the NBA, they allow so much physicality in these playoffs. It's actually insane. And here you have in game 4, the series are already, both teams know each other. They are fighting. The physicality is, with every game is growing. And you have instances like flare screen for Campazzo, Bruno Fernando barely touches Vildoza on that screen. It's an offensive foul. Like if Draymond Green got offensive foul for every time he set this type of screen, he would finish the game in the, middle of the first quarter probably. Then there was this situation with Evan Fournier and Abalde where he got 2 free throws. Then I thought there was this one instance where Milutinov went for a layup. He lost the ball first and then Tavares hit his arms. That's 2 free throws. Okay, that was tough to see. This is not just this is tough to call. This is not about like physicality I'm talking about. But then there was this one situation where, for example, Andre Feliz is running to fast break, and I think Nigel Williams-Goss just stays there, and I mean, he falls down, and it's a foul, and I mean, the guy was not doing anything. He was just standing right there, and you know. Have you seen that clip where Timberwolves tried to stop LeBron from going to the offense? They were like, you know, holding him, fouling him. So that was like, come on, EuroLeague. Like, I wish you could allow more physicality for both teams. Yeah, but then in the end, that foul, that was another cherry on the top, let's say, from the officiating point of view.
The whistles definitely were going bad, a little both ways, a little bit towards the Olympiacos side, I would say, but
there were mistakes that definitely to both sides.
Like the technical fouls to Bartzokas for I don't know. There was a lot of questionable things for me as well in this game. I hope that our referee consultant and former EuroLeague referee Todd Warnick does a little bit of a breakdown on BasketNews.com. But anyways, from that foul on, when Madrid was getting their momentum, you get that foul. Then on the other end, they get a stop. Yui goes on a fast break, misses a wide open layup. Then over the back foul, Olympiacos gets the ball again. I think one of their possessions, they didn't score, but maybe got an offensive rebound like they were doing the whole fourth quarter and living off that really. And then they get that 3-pointer from Sasha Vezenkov to make it a 7-point game. And all of a sudden, all this comeback effort is kind of erased in 3 key moments, essentially, in that fourth quarter. Mr. Augustas, last time we were looking at this Trace and Chase logo and drawing some unpacking some of these packs. You didn't have the luck on your side. I did.
Yeah.
This time around, I'm giving you the chance to be the first one to grab out of these 4 packs that you can find in the hobby box presented or created by Panini, EuroLeague 2024-25 tradable cards, 12 cards, some rare ones in here. There's one autographed one between those 4 packs. There's one one guaranteed autographed. Hopefully it's in this one. But the thing is, you'll have to choose on the spot your starting 5 out of 12 cards.
And before I choose my starting 5, guys, if you want to grab these cards, BasketNews 5 is the code to use to get a discount. And this is my favorite part of the show. I don't care about those games that happened, really.
Okay.
Let's
go.
See some cards.
Let's effing go. Crunch time, Frank Ntilikina.
I'll pass.
You'll pass, okay.
Although that's a nice card.
Okay, Unleashed, Leandro Bolmaro.
I'll pass, although that's a really nice card as well.
The card is really nice. Luka Doncic.
Come on, Marvel Series,
Luka Doncic. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
For sure,
No-brainer. Team logos, Panathinaikos. So who do you actually support, Mr. Red Jumper?
I was in Seth with a green jacket. And,
I remember. So you're taking this.
No.
I feel like we need to abstain from the team logos because we just can't do it.
Yeah, I want 5 players. Players.
Ooh, legends. Sophocles Kourtsanidis.
Oh, let's go.
From Maccabi. Okay. In
the Baby Shack.
Geoffrey Lauvergne.
Pass.
No smash.
Pass.
Oh, pass.
Where are you?
Pass.
Okay, that's better now.
And what about I don't know how to pronounce his
Albertis?
first. Albertis, yeah.
For sure I'm taking it.
Legendary card. Also,
Pana legend.
Also really nice little shiny sun rays coming out of it. Kostas Papanikolaou.
Yeah,
couldn't be more fitting.
The man, for sure. When I need a big shot, he'll be there.
Talking about
Luka Doncic kicking out.
Now,
Kostas Papanikolaou, left-handed.
You have 4 cards left.
And I need 1 player, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I suggest you be patient. Okay? Trevion Williams from Alba. Pass.
Easy one.
Georgios Papagiannis.
Pass.
I'm really bad with the Greek names.
I'll do him like Sharas did. Pass.
Whew. 2 more cards. Facundo Campazzo.
How many more?
1 more.
1 more?
Look,
I'll trust you.
A hint.
I'll trust you.
This card is nicer, more rare, the card itself. The player, though, you could argue which one you would want to pick.
Who I have? Luka?
You got Luka, Papanikolaou, Sophocles, and Albertis. Look, I'll tell you even more info.
Facundo fits.
Both guys are from this series we just talked about. So one is from one team, the other one's from the other team.
Okay, so I'll pass.
You'll pass?
Yeah.
And you got yourself Evan Fournier.
Let's go.
Okay.
Perfect. Starting 5. Look at that. Look at that.
Once again, guys, if you want to have your own tradable cards and trade them with your friends or put it up in an auction or whatever, traceandchase.com, BasketNews 5.
Real Madrid got still really a nice chance. First of all, that was a interesting move by Bartokas to put Fournier out with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Olympiacos did not create any good look whatsoever. Later, he got back only with 20, 30 seconds remaining for the defensive possession. That was pretty weird in my eyes, but it's okay. He got later shot free throws that he made. 1 free throw that he made. And from Real Madrid point of view, I thought they should have done a much better job closing out the game. Like Facundo Campazzo did not need to shoot that 3-pointer when we're down 40 seconds,
17 on the shot clock.
17 on the shot clock. I thought Facundo could have gotten, and Real Madrid could have gotten a better shot. Like, you don't need a free in that situation. 2-pointer is enough. And then Abalde, he
got a good look.
He got a good look off the dribble 3-pointer, but it could have been a way better look. Like, spot up 3-pointer for Facu Campazzo. He was wide open. I don't understand. Wait, I don't understand. This is the possible angle to see a man if he's wide open. Probably Abalde did not know how much time is left. You know, it is hard in those situations because there was a lot of movement before happening, like closeout situations. So he probably thought, I'm not going to risk the pass and the time runs out. I'm going to try to shoot my own shot. But Facundo Campazzo was there waiting for that ball.
Yeah. Actually, Hazonia started that possession by going at, I don't remember who was defending him. He made a spin move, then kicked it out. And I thought, for them, they don't need a 3. And that's why I was thinking, why did they go for a 3? But to be honest, there was probably 2.5 seconds left when Abalde got the ball. So maybe you don't really have time to penetrate or do anything else. You got a semi-decent look, and the shot wasn't that far off. It was a bit short. But yeah, that was it. Generally speaking, do you want to break down a little bit what you saw in this series, in this game, for example? Because I have a few things that I thought about during the whole series, really. For me, the biggest factor why Olympiacos was struggling offensively seemed like was Walter Tavares. And I'll tell you why I think that. I think when Tavares is in the paint, they are forced to shoot threes because they aren't able to draw him out to the perimeter. He does step out a little bit because when you're setting a screen, blah, 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 that's fine, like pick and roll defense. But Olympiacos just doesn't have a shooting big at the 5.
Yeah.
Wright, Milutinov, Foul, none of those guys can shoot. And then you got Tavares under the rim. Good that he got into a foul trouble very early. I think 3 fouls in the second quarter already, and then the 4th foul was in the 3rd quarter. Basically, you took him out of the game quite early with those fouls. The last one, like we discussed, wasn't really a foul, but
and it happened like in every game. Yeah, almost every game, Tavares got into a foul trouble in one of the quarters. Yeah, maybe game 3 did not happen, but right now, I don't remember, so I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but almost in every game, Tavares got fouled out. But
point being, when you don't have a shooting big, what do you do as Olympiacos to because they were shooting a lot of threes, but as we saw in this series, it was their Achilles heel. You brought up some statistics. I think they were 8% down from what they are shooting in the regular season.
Their season average was 7th best in the EuroLeague at 37.6%. So we can round that up to 38% from 3-point land. And in the series, they shot 29.2. So 29. So it's minus 8.4 percentage from the 3-point land. So they shot almost the same amount of attempts, but they were minus 8.5 worse shooting from the outside. While Real Madrid only 3.6%, worse than in the regular season. But at the same time, how they still won? I mean, if they shot so much worse, they forced Real Madrid to more than 2 turnovers more per game than during the regular season. Like instead of 13, they were doing 15.5 turnovers, while Olympiacos remained the same. And offensive rebounds, Olympiacos got 1 more offensive rebound than their season average, and Real Madrid got -1 offensive rebound per game. So you have 3 possessions in turnovers, 2 possessions in offensive rebounds. You get 5 more possessions, plus the free throws.
Yeah.
Plus the free throws. Olympiacos shot 20 more free throws during the 4 games and made 15 more.
Combined?
Combined.
Yeah, okay.
Plus 20 difference in 4 games. But basically, you could explain that by game 2, where the difference was 17 by 33. So 16 free throws there.
I wanted to also bring up one point that I thought was very important between the first half and the second half, the difference. So first half, Olympiacos is struggling to make shots. Real is getting the defensive rebounds, running in transition, 14 transition points in the first half, 14-4, let's say, if you look at what Olympiacos got off
and in the
fast
second
breaks.
half?
0. And why? Because Olympiacos started making some shots. When you make shots, Real Madrid has to play half-court offense. Also, I thought something interesting. Facundo Campasso coming off the bench, meaning he's playing with the second unit, being that creator on the floor that they didn't have when they played him in the starting 5, because you then play Feliz, Yui, and the rest of the second unit guys, and their offense looks bad when they don't have Facu in there. And now I thought this was from Chus Mateo, one of the better decisions to bring him on off the bench. And it was working, because at some point I was thinking, between the 2 teams, he's the only creator on the floor right now, and it shows.
And to me, what you just mentioned, Chus Mateo trying all the series to find somehow how to enhance the second unit, speaks volumes to me that Real Madrid actually needs a rebuild. We saw throughout the series that they don't have enough talent there, and they're not going to get more offensive rebounds than the other team. They're not going to force more turnovers than the other team. They never done that. So they need a rebuild. They need more talents. They need to change some players. They just need more depth. Seasons before, they had Nigel Williams-Goss, they had Gershon Yabusele, they had Vincent Poirier, they had Gabriel Deck, who was playing way better. They just had more options. They had Chacho Rodriguez, who was a master at freelancing, at freestyle of basketball offensive. Now you don't have that, and you have to try Facundo Campasso playing with the second unit. So you can try to somehow outmaneuver the opponents with the tactics, but during the long regular season is just not going to work. And I can remind you, and I can remind the listeners, that Chus Mateo said, I need more players. When? In September. He got Bruno Fernando, but he didn't get anyone else. And I don't think he meant I need another big guy when he spoke during that press conference or post-game, whatever.
But you say that they need more depth, but at the same time, I feel like they needed to play their main guys more, because Musa, for example, this game played only 23 minutes. A lot of guys finished with 25 or less minutes. The only guy going over 30 was Hazonia, and we're talking about playoffs. I feel like you need to actually shorten your rotation, trust your main guys more, because...
But you know what? The second unit was playing really great defense.
That's true.
In previous games, in this game, they were making runs. Remember the second quarter where Sergio Yui showed us that a 37-year-old Sergio Yui can still do amazing things. Like, he was so pumped up. So I don't know. Chus Mateo tried to, maneuver between the thin lines, between the talent that he has. But okay, I wanted to say another thing about Olympiacos.
I also wanted to say something.
Sasha Vezenkov.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
Season high, 6 assists. His career high in the EuroLeague was 7 in the previous season that he was with Olympiacos. And one thing that caught my eye was definitely, passes, extra passes on the kick-out drives to Kostas Papanikolaou, to Nigel Williams-Goss. He was making the right decisions. But in the third quarter, there was this one play that he made with Evan Fournier, and I thought, oh wow, Olympiacos' leaders are working together, and this was like reading the game in real-time moment. Because they played their motion set, where Sasha Vezenkov is like catching the ball at the top, then giving a handoff to Evan Fournier usually. So first time they play this set, Evan Fournier reads the defense well, attacks Tavares, 2+1, he scores. Then there is a foul on the other side, and I see Vezenkov looking at Fournier and telling him something. And they definitely looked at each other. And on the next play, they ran the same motion play again, and Sasha this time passes Evan Fournier, who is cutting backdoor all of a sudden, 2 easy points, and I'm like, okay, this is one of those, basketball IQ in real-time situations. So this was cool. Sasha made some amazing passes yesterday, and Olympiacos were +3 after 27 minutes.
With Sasha being scoreless.
Exactly. So I thought that was a good sign for Olympiacos.
For sure. He's a selfless guy, even though he is the top scorer of that team. But if the game is not going for him, if he's not getting good looks, or if he's not hot at the beginning, it's not a problem, as we see, to become that playmaker or give an extra pass to the other guys. And I thought, Fournier's comeback in this series was very crucial in this game, because as you see, last game we were saying Vezenkov has got all the attentions on defense, so he's not getting any good looks, and then there's nobody else to step up. This game, Fournier was the guy.
Hey.
I think he had like 19 points in the first 2.5 quarters already.
You asked me before Game 4 the prediction, and I said if Fournier comes back,
Yep.
they're finishing this series, because he was aggressive, getting to the free throw line, making some tough shots too. But also, Kostas Papanikolaou.
Oh, yeah. There's so many things to talk about, man.
Yeah. I thought we can't finish this without a mention to Kostas Papanikolaou. He is that guy, could be silent the whole series, 30 minutes of a regular season game. When you need that three-pointer, he will just catch the ball, three-pointer,
cannon,
swish, cannon, three-pointer, 2 in a row, 3 in a row. And I thought just,
one with the foul. Yeah.
In a serious moment, in a moment where Olympiacos really needs a made shot or is making a run, if he gets the ball, I'm scared if I'm the opponent. I'm running probably to the offense immediately, because this guy is just making every big shot he can.
Yep.
And talking about big shots, Gytis.
That's one of the biggest shots ever in the history of the EuroLeague, I guess.
Yeah, so if you want to grab this merch or check out other merch that we have, where we can find that?
Shop.basketnews.com. Also, stay tuned, because there's going to be more designs coming up. I've seen some of the new ones. There's a Eric McCollum inspired jersey or t-shirt as well, I saw. So definitely check out. There's like phone cases with that same design. That one looked really cool. The Printess shot, the 2012 on a black case with the red Printess outline. Really nice. But anyways, yes, Olympiacos in the Final Four. Thank God that we'll have at least one Greek team, which means that Abu Dhabi will have some atmosphere. No offense, Real Madrid, but like Donatas noted, going from Athens to Madrid to see playoffs, it's a whole different experience. Like the pre-game, during the game, the fans create EuroLeague, I think. And
when you made this comparison, I thought this is what's going to be like going from a EuroLeague to NBA Europe project.
Oh, we'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see. Anyways, we'll come back, I guess, after some of the other playoff games, the game fours today,
Yeah.
and see you then.